We're back, our dear viewers, and we have our great special guest this evening, Mr. Hamza Taqi, Master Performance Consultant. Mr. Hamza, good evening. It's a real pleasure to have you again with us on Hala Kuwait.
Good evening. The pleasure is mine, my friend.
It's always a pleasure, sir. So a lot of people having this frequently asked question to you, and also a trending subject, and everyone is using it now, trending tool, as or can we describe it as a trending tool? We're talking about the artificial intelligence, aka the AI, and its effect, or can it impact in the future? How do you see it? Can it impact the consulting and coaching industry, let's say not now, in the next 5 to 10 years?
Can I answer this question? But before I answer this question, can I tell you a story?
Yeah, please, sir.
Okay. In a global company called Nova Corp, there was a young manager. Her name is Layla. She's very smart, organized, and always looking for ways to improve the team performance. The company one day decided to install an AI algorithm for her to better her job, and she started using it. The AI algorithm was supposed to analyze the performance, give even advice on coaching their employees, and even show the employees burnout. So she started depending on it because it gives her, flow charts and colorful, dashboards. And really, it analyzes accurately and faster than what she would have done herself. So she started relying on it, and she would get, nice analysis from those reports. And she started, even for the promotion for her team, to give them assignments, she would go back to the AI.
That's great. And
after, the performance went very well, but after a while, something went wrong with the team. They became very silent, and each one is working by themselves. So, and one day she got an alert from the AI telling her that employee morale is down by 38%.
That's really a huge number.
It is, and it's almost 40% of the workforce. And what the AI said, cause not known. So she was like a bit furious. So she asked the AI. She said, "But you're supposed to know everything." And the AI replied, "I know the data, but I don't know how they feel."
Not the emotional.
The emotional, yes. So she decided to close her laptop and go to the team and ask them, forget about the dashboard, she said. What do you need? How can you work better? How can I help you? And from that meeting, the team started talking. They engaged with themselves. They disagreed. They agreed. And they kind of, reached a situation that they connected back together. And then she went to the laptop and she said, "You take care of the data, I take care of the heart." Because AI is a good tool, and it can help you, it's like an assistant that helps you get the data and gives you a story about the data that you can work with it. But it doesn't have the emotional intelligence. It doesn't have. So to answer your first question is, AI will never take over unless it has a heart, unless it understands the emotions of people. Because our work in consulting and in coaching, we are touching hearts. We are really, communicating heart to heart with our client. But definitely, it will help us speed up the process. It will help us, diagnose our coachees or our clients in a much better and faster way.
Exactly. And it will lead us also, sir, to ask you about the points or specific areas of consulting or coaching are most vulnerable, or it can be also suitable for automation or AI integration.
Well, basically is the routine work, is the processes or the things that you do repeatedly. AI will help you. It will be better to use the AI to help you analyze and give you this information so you can take care of the real stuff. you know, the preparation and the contact and making the appointment. This could be all automated via AI, so you can, you know, deal with the customer or with the coachee in a much better way.
And what about the consultants?
Yes.
We always have this consideration and focus on the consultants and coaches also when it comes to leveraging AI to improve their services and client outcomes. I believe a lot of our viewers, especially your trainees, they're wondering about that also.
In what way?
And about services and client outcomes, like when it comes to this and improving the services also.
Yes. Basically, see, AI will help you diagnose the needs of the coachee or the clients. And it gives you, like, for example, we used to, when we do like a consulting intervention, for example, a sales team are not doing, you know, the performance are going low. So we used to go and interview them and then take the inputs and put it in a database and then, you know, work on it to give us some sort of something to work with, some, you know, good data to work with the clients, to understand their needs, to understand where they're aiming for, what they want to reach. And now with the AI, all you have to do, like for example, to diagnose 100 people, it will take you 3 to 6 months to find the data. Now within 1 week, 100 people, you can get the data and the result of the data like this by simply sending them a link, and they click on that link and they answer several questions and you get the data that you need in a much faster, and so you deal with the real stuff, which is the personality and the empathy and the emotions of the coachee or the clients in general.
And also we are wondering about the ethical considerations and how it can be like in using AI when it comes to coaching and consulting, particularly regarding the data privacy. It can cause some ethical considerations.
Definitely. I mean, you know, a trust is a major thing with the line of work that we do. So if you lose that trust, you cannot do anything about it. I mean, to rebuild the trust is a huge investment. So data privacy comes first, and you have to, you know, take care of the system that you have, that you are using, that no data comes out, and you keep it private and confidential, and you don't talk about it. It's like, you know, in a human being, when I'm coaching you, Mohammed, I will not tell anybody about it. It's between you and I, and hopefully you will develop yourself without, you know, having, telling the people that we are coaching this person or we are, you know, taking out some information, because at the end of the day, these are ethical issues that will not give you continuous business, and, you know, reputation will go and people will talk about it, you know, they'll talk about it in a negative way and you lose your business. So confidentiality, privacy of the data of the client is a major thing, and you should really take care of it.
Yeah, that's why you're leading us to ask you about the individual clients and how the AI can be used to be personalized for coaching and consulting experiences for specifically individual clients.
The beauty about AI is the fact that it is, you know, it collects the data and it has an algorithm to, you know, come up with the real need and the requirement of the client, so you have an accuracy. And then the second issue that you get, the benefit, is the speed. So you treat the AI as a partner or a silent partner or like a digital assistant, because it doesn't forget. You know, it's like, you know, it tailors the requirement for each individual, so you'll have a personal journey with each client or with each coachee in a different way, because it really, you know, takes the data of the individual and can scan their LinkedIn profile, their other social media profile, to understand their values, to understand what they are all about, what's their, you know, their belief system. So it helps you understand your client much better and faster than the human can do. Imagine In the old days, we didn't have ATMs, right? Automated teller machines. We used to rely on a human being, and a human being is effective, or it does the job, but sometimes they get sick, sometimes they make a mistake, and the ATM works 24 hours. So, thinking about the ATM and the individual, the ATM is far exceeds the performance of the individual. But that teller who was giving cash and taking cash has to, adapt and change their role to become more value for the bank or for the company that they do. So as a human being, we evolved above because the algorithm or the AI, it doesn't feel. It doesn't feel. So there is always a human element has to be there, but tailoring the program, tailoring the journey for each individual, it helps you a lot.
Definitely. Yeah. And also, as we all know, sir, like when it comes to any new technology and any new advancement in technology or new devices, we sometimes, if we are not taking care of ourselves and be careful when it comes to using it and taking care of ourselves, we can lose some skills we used to do and practice. So that's why we have to enhance and develop ourselves and be more beneficial for the clients and the customers. So when it comes to these skills, that will lead us to ask you about these skills of knowledge to and the knowledge to consultants and coaches that they need to develop staying and relevant for an AI-driven world. Do they need some specific skills?
They have to embrace AI because AI is there, and it is what it is. It's going to continue. It's not going to go away, and since it is helping us to work with the data, with the loss of information, and giving it us in a very storytelling, easy to communicate with the clients. That's a good hand that you have on top of your brain and your heart and your empathy and your emotional intelligence when you are working with your clients. So it is an added value in terms of speed, in terms of, so the skill that you need is you have to be, you have to embrace it, and you have to understand you have to have the sophistication of knowing the technology and understanding and playing around with it. But don't forget that you are a human dealing with another human. So the human element is very important, and combining both, you will shine. Combining the tech and the human touch, it will help you a lot, and it will make you reach the goal with the clients the way you want it as fast as possible.
Exactly, and we're so optimistic when it comes to universities and many colleges. They are offering some courses in AI and also degrees. Such a great subject we have to focus on. So dear viewers, we'll take a break, or let's say we're having a report to share with you. Then we'll be back with our guest. Stay with us. We're back, our dear viewers, with our guest this evening, Mr. Hamza Taqi, Master Performance Consultant. And we're also wondering about the AI assistance with administrative tasks, allowing consultants and coaches to focus on client interactions. So that's what we are wondering about, sir, about AI and client interactions. What can you tell us about it, please?
The beauty about, as we said, the beauty about AI, it can really tailor the journey for each individual and highlights the needs for the clients. For example, we ask deep questions with our clients to understand what's their goal, what's their objectives, where they want to be. And these questions can be brought about from the AI instead of taking time to come up with the questions and draft the questions. The AI can give it to you like this, but of course you have to put your touch as well, and you have to read and you have to understand the questions and maybe rephrase it in a nice way, and the way how you deal with the AI is very tricky because it can give you anything. Because listen, I mean, AI is built by human at the end of the day, right? Yeah. And the content that the AI relies on is from the World Wide Web. So, and again, these content are put by individuals. So an individual can be good or bad, right? So you have bad content and you have good content, and you have to have the discernment, you know, the knowledge about what you are doing and your professionalism, so you can decide which questions that you will use and which questions that you should scrap, because it's not going to benefit you and benefit your client. So it's like an admin assistant that you use, but the role of your role as a coachee or as a coachee or as a coach or as a consultant, here it makes the difference between, you know, just cutting and pasting, you know, the information that come, and you need to, you know, have that discernment to understand what the content that is giving you, is it accurate, is it good, is it something for our culture that can help you, and ask the question to your client. So it is a good help, but you need your own knowledge as well, and your own skill to differentiate between what is good and what is bad in terms of asking the client good questions to understand their needs.
Yeah, that's what we are wondering about, also about the feedback also. It's a important factor when it comes to dealing with clients or trainees. What are the most potential benefits and drawbacks of using AI-powered tools for client assessment and feedback? Can it be like something helpful?
Definitely, definitely. Because see, if it can give you, it can first of all, it can set an appointment with the client, looking for the best time for them to meet. It can send them alerts, it can send them reflection, it can send them reminders. You know, instead of relying on yourself of, oh, this client needs this, I need to send them, or writing down or putting in it in an Excel sheet to identify, you know, when are you going to call your client. This is basically automated, and it gives you reminders, and it gives you reflection, and give you some sort of, you know, follow-up and feedback with your clients. So it kind of free you from the nitty-gritty or the routine work or the repeated job, and it will give you the chance to really connect with the client at a certain level, and you know, get the gist of the conversation and the benefits of the conversation. Exactly. So you can help your clients.
Exactly. That's why also the importance or the analyzing of the client's data, and the role of AI in analyzing especially large data sets for identifying trends and also insights for clients. Is it challenging, or it's working well now?
It's working very well, and we are in the beginning, by the way. Still. And it's gonna change a lot, and it's gonna be, you know, developed. Because see, when we talk about AI, it's a program, and in the old programs we used to have an input and output, you know, and in between there is a processing, and it gives us the results. Now the way the AI built is learning by itself. So the code that is written for the AI, depending for coaches or for consulting or for any kind of work that you want it to be done for, so it is open, and it goes and teaches itself by itself. So it goes to the World Wide Web and read books, read faster than we do as a human, and it gives you, you know, a summary, and it gives you the gist of the information that you require to deal with your clients or to deal with your customers. So in a way, it has a lot of advantages if you use it in the correct way, if you are, you know, if you know the background about it, because it can, you know, again, as I said, it goes to the digital world, and if we remember, you know, some long time ago, you know, there are robots and there are AIs and stuff in the old days, but it did not fly the way it is flying now.
Exactly.
You know why? Why? Because there was no data before. There is no digital data available, and now they say the data that's available in the World Wide Web, it's a huge data, as if like, you know, information from, you know, the existence of planet Earth till now. There is so many data, and it's widely available. All the books, even the Library of Congress, is being digitalized. So the AI can go and read those books very fast. I remember, you know, one of the companies who are working with AI, and they come up with an AI to play. It's like a chess game, but it's a Korean. It's called Go, and it's more complicated than the chess game. Like, it has so many options to move, you know. So the champion of that game played with an AI, and within like 30 minutes, the AI won.
Oh, that's shocking.
The champion, it's really shocking. The champion was crying, you know. He's a young chap and very smart, and he's like, you know, killing it. But when he found out that the AI could, you know, win him, and he said, I thought I would last longer, but I was shocked that it came. Because what did it do, the AI? It went and looked at videos and other players, what they are playing, and they, you know, learned from it and came with a lot of experiences, a lot of repetition, a lot of exercises, and played with a human being and won over it, because that's how it works.
Yeah. Now we are curious, since you mentioned the world champion, how he lost to
the game,
an AI. That's really shocking. And also we're wondering, that's why we would like to ask you if you can please tell us the role of what you described as the beginning of the AI. We still are in the dawn of the AI. So what role will human interaction and experience of the human interaction play in coaching and consulting, especially with the advancements or the advancement, let's say now and also in the future of the AI?
Frankly speaking, we don't know where AI is going.
That's true.
I mean, you know, it's difficult to predict, but if I see my own reflective and what's happening, I see that it will definitely develop. It will be easier to use, and it is still learning. And the more you use it, it learns from you. It learns about how, you know, how you see things. It learns about your style, about your behavior, and then it adapts. You know, the more interaction, the more you know, information you give it, it will come up, and you know, it kind of copies your style, it copies your behavior, and it gives you the information as if it's coming from you, but in a very fast way.
That's how it's working right now. And also the consultants and coaches, can they like check or measure their effectiveness through AI, like with the AI tools when it comes to their coaching and consulting?
Definitely. It will help them gauge their impact on the coachees and on their clients. It will help them, you know, as we said, you know, sending alerts, reminding the clients about what they are supposed to do based on the previous meeting or the previous session that we had with them. So it helps a lot. It helps the client and it helps the coach itself. So in whatever way we look at it, it is helpful, provided that the coach or the consultant are on top of their knowledge and their skills and their attitude. Because, you know, anybody can use AI, and it can give you questions to ask the coachee to identify what their needs and stuff. But if you don't have that background, if you don't have the solid background about coaching, about consulting, it might fail you. And it might give you information that you will use instead of helping the client. No, you're not helping the client, and it has an opposite effect. So you have to be very careful using it.
Yeah, and that's why we would like to know from your behalf and based on your experience and events you've witnessed lately regarding the AI and coaching and consulting. Can you give us an example, please, sir, about the successful AI implementations in consulting and coaching you've observed?
Wow, there is like, for example, you know, some companies are using the AI to match the right coach style with the right individual. And you know, sometimes we try to match a certain coach with a certain individual, and maybe we make a mistake. The AI understand the coach and understand the coachee, where they came from and what values you have, and they can match the right coach for the right coachee. And that's really a good advantage. The second thing is the information collected from the clients are put in the AI to draw for you the weaknesses that that client has, and what sort of skill set or what sort of support they need to overcome those weaknesses so they can tackle opportunities in the market and they can grow. So in these two, it's very helpful for the coachee and for the clients, because it is win-win situation. And you know, the analytical part. For example, myself, I'm not good analytically. I don't know how to deal with data, and I get confused with data. And I used to use, you know, the old sheet, you know, numbers, and you plug in numbers and you get percentage. But this is not, you know, you cannot tell it as a story for the client. The AI can play with this data and give you a nice story to tell the client in a nice way, so they understand their limitation and what they are supposed to do to overcome these limitations, so they reach the goal that they want.
Well, that's really great, and as usual, Mr. Hamza, you enlighten us with great information and great subject regarding AI and consulting. Well said from your behalf, sir, and it's really a pleasure to have you tonight with us on Hala Kuwait.
Thank you so much, and it's always great to be with you.
It's always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
The viewers, we just had with us Mr. Hamza Taqi, Master Performance Consultant. Let's go now and share with you our third report of the evening. Then we'll be back with more content. Stay tuned.